Alexandria is arguably the most paradoxical city in human history, a city where a rich cultural past starkly contrasts with what has survived to our time. At the heart of this historic city stands Pompey's Column, not as a marker of the emperor's tomb as the Crusaders en route to Jerusalem once believed, but commemorating the suppression of a revolt against Roman authority, then led by Diocletian. This column has long been the only monument evoking the rich history of the city at this location. It was not until 1945 that the discovery of the first remains revealed the presence of one of the most prestigious temples of the era when the Greeks of the Ptolemaic dynasty wielded pharaonic power in Egypt, the Serapeum dedicated to the syncretic god Serapis, a fusion of the Apis bull and Greek deities. This temple was connected by a secret passage to a vast network of knowledge, embodied by the legendary Library of Alexandria, of which nothing remains today, likely a victim of successive earthquakes that led to its destruction, sharing the fate of that ancient world wonder, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, described by Herodotus. Pompey's Column, standing 27 meters tall, is carved from red granite from Aswan and was erected around 297 in honor of Emperor Diocletian. At its base lies a cartouche of Ramses II, likely reused from an earlier monument. This intriguing detail links pharaonic Egypt to Roman grandeur, bearing witness to the site's rich history. The Serapeum, once a majestic temple and a symbol of religious tolerance, struggles to attract the attention of visitors, overshadowed by the Pompey's pillar erected above it, despite the sphinxes that flank it. This staircase, which seems to lead to a basement, is actually a nilometer, an architectural device used to measure the Nile's water levels through a 1-kilometer channel connecting it to the river. The accurate measurement of the river's height was crucial as it directly influenced the taxes levied on the Egyptians. Located within the Serapeum, the nilometer underscores the temple's role in tax collection, highlighting the Greco-Egyptian syncretism characteristic of the Ptolemaic era. This fort, known as the Qaitbay Citadel, was built in the late 15th century on the exact site where the famous Lighthouse of Alexandria once stood, destroyed by a series of earthquakes between 956 and 1323. The citadel was partially constructed using stones from the old lighthouse. Significant remnants of this ancient world wonder remain underwater. Perhaps one day, an underwater museum will allow these preserved ruins to be viewed in their natural environment. Library of Alexandria, once the largest in the world, has left no trace, neither of its buildings nor its collections. A construction project to create a grand library, continuing the ambition of the one gradually destroyed between the siege of the city by Julius Caesar and Theodosius' edict in 391 AD, culminated in 2002 with this modern version of the ancient Temple of Knowledge. It was here, around 1900, that a donkey fell into a well. This incident led to the rediscovery of one of Alexandria's marvels, the Catacombs of Kom El Shoqafa. Originally designed as a private tomb for a wealthy family from Alexandria, at a time when the city was a cultural crossroads blending Egyptian, Greek, and Roman influences, the site gradually expanded into a vast underground necropolis. It would go on to be used for nearly 3 centuries at the beginning of our era. The Catacombs of Kom El Shoqafa are one of the most remarkable examples of underground funerary architecture from the Greco-Roman period in Egypt, distinguished particularly by their unique architectural design centered around a large well. This well, the central element of the complex, was used to lower the deceased into the depths of the earth, thus facilitating their transport to their final resting place. This method not only allowed for a respectful funeral ritual but also effective preservation of the bodies in the multiple chambers and galleries that extend around the central well. These subterranean structures, carved into the rock, reflect a blend of Egyptian, Greek, and Roman influences, illustrating the cultural integration of the city of Alexandria in antiquity.